वो टर्म्स लेके बीमार पड़ते हो क्या? हाँ क्या हो गया उसको?
वो कंटिन्यूस एग्जाम है तो लेट तक जाता है एग्जाम स्कूल का एक हमारे स्कूल में ये 20 दिन हां
ये अपना कौन-सा है? Please be a school. The trees. Yeah. Let's complete that analysis. कहाँ पे थे? हाँ last week from Assam का one I think one. कहाँ पे था?
China.
So we did those two. Okay, so open your glimpses. What happened the last time, right? Yeah, that's the last part. We had done, I think, the Chinese emperor and Bodhidharma का पाठ किया होगा.
हाँ
है ना?
Chinese emperor हो गया तो
हाँ तो then even this we had done next para. Had we? Tea was first drunk in China. Let's start from there on. ठीक है?
वो तो जाता
हाँ? Last part वो बाकी था. We had not been able to complete it.
Yes.
Yes, goes. It is a exams. For some time we train. See now it's 30. Okay, so let's continue. We spoke about the Chinese emperor.
Yes.
What that a few twigs of other twigs he was burning and just a few leaves fell accidentally into the trees and they liked the flavor and they started drinking it. A second thing was of Bodhidharma, the Indian ascetic. The Indian ascetic क्या हुआ था उसका? He used to fall asleep during his meditation, so he cut off both his eyelids, and from those eyelids, 10 tree branches grew. And that it is said when those leaves are had, it banishes sleep. मतलब उससे sleep नहीं आता. So now we continue with this. Tea was first drunk in China. Page number, what is the page number in your book? 95. Page 95, somewhere in the middle, a little below the middle. Tea was first drunk. मिला? हाँ? तो वहाँ से we start. मिल गया सबको? The tea was first drunk in China. Rajveer added as far back as 2700 BC. In fact, words such as tea, chai, chini are from Chinese. He came to Europe only in the 16th century and was drunk more as a medicine than as beverage. He cannot. He can. The train clattered into Mariani Junction. What is Mariani Junction? Where Pranjal's father's estate is there. What is the name of the estate? Zekiaba. What is the name of the estate? तुम दोनों को पूछ रही हूँ जो हाँ. The boys collected their luggage and pushed their way to the crowded platform. Pranjal's parents were waiting for them. Soon they were driving towards Dekiabari, the tea garden managed by Pranjal's father. An hour later, the car veered sharply off the main road. Veered sharply off means took a sharp turn away from the main road towards the inside, because now they were going towards the tea estate. Okay, so they were taking a detour from the main road. So veered sharply off the main road, they crossed a cattle bridge and entered Dekiabari tea estate. Cattle bridge is a small bridge, like there will be ditches and all. So this cattle bridge helps you cross that area, like a small kacha bridge. On both sides of the gravel road were acre upon acre of tea bushes. What do you mean by acre upon acre? What does it tell you?
Area.
Yes, huge area, lots of tea bushes. All neatly pruned to the same height. Pruned means? No, in pruning, what happens? The top leaves, the newly sprouted leaves at the top are cut. So the tree doesn't grow tall. Right? I think I told you on this concept last time. तो तुलसी का example दिया. So they could see these tea bushes all neatly pruned to the same height. Groups of tea pluckers with bamboo baskets on their backs, wearing plastic aprons, were plucking the newly sprouted leaves. Pranjal's father slowed down to allow a tractor pulling a trailer load of tea leaves to pass. So why did Pranjal's father slow down his vehicle? To let another vehicle go, a tractor which was carrying tea leaves. मेरा क्या चल रहा है? Why are you so excited now? हाँ, इसके साथ खेल रहा है.
इसके साथ खेलेगा.
किसके साथ?
हाँ. दूर हमें को देखेगा. ठीक है.
हाँ, दूर हो नहीं तो वो भी फंसेगा.
उसमें से ले लो.
This is the second flush or sprouting period. Isn't it, Mr. Verma? Second flush or sprouting period means tea must be having two sprouting times when they sprout in the year, and he says that this is the second one. Rajveer, isn't it, Mr. Verma? Rajveer asked. It lasts from May to July and yields the best tea. You seem to have done your homework before coming, Pranjal's father said with surprise. Yes, Mr. Balwa, Rajveer admitted. But I hope to learn much more while I'm here. Yeah, understood, no? अब please करते हैं. How many of you have done it in school?
Please. Also, Amanda.
Please.
Not taking space.
Amanda, इसके बाद पहले we have done ना then.
Yes.
ना इसके पहले कुछ miss नहीं हुआ है ना?
Animal.
Till trees. Till
Animal.
all poem animals we did.
Animals.
How to tell wild animals we
How
did.
to tell why animals?
वो कहाँ से आया? Which chapter is that a part of? You have the old one now, which is उसके पीछे जा. नहीं, previous pages. नहीं. That 100 dresses. You have the old book. That 100 dresses 1 and 2 is not there. Are not there. Go to your index. Open your index. You all see all those who have the old version. Cancel 100 dresses 1, 100 dresses 2. And that animals which is after that. And there's one more chapter, hack driver, which you all would be having. That is also not there. Hack driver. Oh, hack driver might be in the other book. If you have that. Make your no, this is it. That hack driver is in your maths. Right? So after Ramayana is glimpses, after glimpses is trees. So let's do trees. जिन्होंने स्कूल में किया, what have you done? What have you understood?
This poem tree also resembles the women moving out of the houses to fight for their own rights and getting exposure for their
Very good. So here the poet has used trees as a metaphor to represent women. I'll read the poem and then I'll explain it to you. Now, first I'm reading behind that Adrian Rich about her, about the poem, last page behind. Adrian Rich was born in Baltimore, Maryland, USA in 1929. She is the author of nearly 20 volumes of poetry and has been called a feminist and a radical poet. Okay, so she fought for the rights of women. So, I read the poem, The Trees. Can there be a forest without trees? Where are the trees in this poem and where do they go? Okay, try to understand to your best. The trees are moving out. Can the trees put you all need that, keep it on. The trees inside are moving out into the forest that was empty all these days, where no bird could sit, no insect hide, no sun bury its feet in shadow. The forest that was empty all these nights will be full of trees by morning. All night the roots work to disengage themselves from the cracks in the veranda floor. The leaves strain towards the glass, small twigs stiff with exertion, long cramped boughs shuffling under the roof, like newly discharged patients, half-dazed, moving to the clinic doors. Sit with your back straight. You can see some eyes closing also. I sit inside, doors open to the veranda, writing long letters, in which I scarcely mention the departure of the forest from the house. The night is fresh, the whole moon shines in a sky still open. The smell of leaves and lichen still reaches like a voice into the rooms. My head is full of whispers, which tomorrow will be silent. Listen, the glass is breaking. The trees are stumbling forward into the night. Winds rush to meet them. The moon is broken like a mirror. Its pieces flash now in the crown of the tallest oak. What did you all understand?
Nothing.
समझा? क्या समझा? कुछ तो एटलीस्ट समझा होगा, पूरा नहीं
इसके
समझा।
बारे में लिखा है। Please, वरांडा में बैठी हूँ।
वरांडा में बैठी है, क्या कर रही है? लेटर लिख रही है। क्या लेटर लिख रही है? वो लिख।
हाँ,
ठीक।
forest में कुछ हो गया।
Forest. Okay. So the first para. The trees are moving out into the forest. Means we are talking about some forest right now where there are no trees. They are going into the forest, out into the forest. The forest that was empty all these days. The forest that was empty of trees. Where no bird could sit, no insect hide, no sun bury its feet in shadow. If trees are not there, where are the birds going to sit? So because there were no trees, there were no trees for birds to sit, to perch on. Insects could not hide. The sun could not bury its feet in shadow. Bury its feet in shadow means when you have a lot of trees and you have the sun rays coming through. Huh? Yeah, it doesn't pass. Some part of it will pass through. So that's what we mean by no sun bury its feet in shadow, because you need trees for that, right? If you have to see those rays of sunlight coming through it. The forest that was empty all these nights, the forest that was empty of all these things, will be full of trees by morning. Means by morning those trees would have gone there. All night, first I'll explain to you the trees perspective, then which is you will find easier. हाँ, trees जा रहे हैं, अब तुम उतना ही समझो, हाँ? Trees नहीं है and trees जा रहे हैं towards the forest. All night, because why, because when you get question answers, you might get question answers with respect to the physical aspect also. Trees, what are the roots doing? Where are they?
Forest में तो trees
Forest में trees नहीं है right now. I've told you, the actual concept is those trees are women. Where women are moving out. Okay, women are getting freedom. They had no rights and they are moving out where they get opportunities. Okay. So now I'm not telling you that aspect of it. I'm telling you only about the trees. All night the roots work to disengage themselves from the cracks. Means cracks in the veranda floor, because those trees are indoors. Veranda means like your small balcony garden area outside your house. So all night the roots work to disengage themselves from the cracks, because see, if you have a small twig which has grown, it's easy to pluck it out. But when that twig grows into a plant and then into a tree, it becomes more and more difficult, because the roots are more, they clutch the ground more with more force, right? So it's even more difficult to come out. Okay? So the roots, where do the trees want to go? Into the forest. So the roots have to take a lot of effort to pull themselves up. अब मैं जब ये भी बोल रही हूँ तब तुम वो women का भी perspective सोचो. Okay? हाँ? Pull out. हाँ. So disengage themselves from the cracks in the veranda floor. Obviously, because they are pulling themselves, the ground is going to break because of the pressure that has been exerted. The leaves strain towards the glass, small twigs stiff with exertion, long cramped boughs shuffling under the roof. The leaves strain towards the glass. So what is this glass? It's a barrier. It's an obstruction which is not allowing them to grow. Okay? So the leaves strain towards the grass. Strain means they are exerting a pressure. The small twigs stiff with exertion. Small twigs are small branches. They are also exerted. Why are they exerted? To break the glass. They want to go out, but they are not being able to. They are being restricted. restricted by that glass as of now. Value. Long cramp boughs shuffling under the roof. Cramp means no space. When you sit in one position, what happens to your legs? They get cramped because you have not moved. So like that only these. क्या चाहिए? बंद करो.
बाद में चालू करते हैं कर दे बंद कर.
So these long cramp boughs shuffling under the roof. Shuffling is moving uneasily. लिखने का that part I will give you later when I explain. Like क्या है? नहीं लिखना मत लिखो. It's not compulsory. मैं खुद लिखती हूँ तो मैं तुम चाहती हो कि तुम लोग भी लिखो तो it's easy to understand later. Understand that? I won't force you. Don't try. No question. Sit here. So long cramp boughs. क्या बड़बड़ कर रहा है?
स्क्वायर को अपनी मर्जी का मालिक है.
अपनी मर्जी का मालिक है. You know what is good for you and what is not good. चलो अभी चुपचाप बैठो तुम. So long cramp boughs shuffling under the roof like newly discharged patients, half dazed moving to the clinic doors. Newly discharged patients means they have been in the hospital, like when you are in the hospital for a long time and you are discharged. It's time for you to go home. How is it? You're half dazed in the sense you're not your active self, right? Even after being discharged, you need some time to recover again. So they are moving because these trees have been in that restricted environment. When they move out, they are like newly discharged patients where it will take some time for them to recover from all that time, those times of after breaking the glass and moving out. The night is fresh, the whole moon shines in a sky still open. The smell of leaves and lichen still reaches like a voice into the rooms. So the night is fresh. They are moving out. It is night now. Night, but it's a dark time of their life. So that's why we say night. So the night is fresh. The whole moon shines in a sky still open. Okay, moon is now supposed to be a feminine quality. Remember that. Okay, it's a goddess entity. Okay, so the moon quality of the moon is a feminine quality. So the whole moon shines in a sky still open. The smell of leaves and lichen still reaches like a voice into the room. Leaves and lichen, see it's written behind. Those crusty patches, yeah. On trees, when you see those green small algae, that's this. So they are saying that the smell of leaves and lichen still reaches like a voice into the rooms because they want to go out. They don't want to stay inside. So it's tempting. It's a calling for them to go out.
Okay. The smell of leaves reaches like a voice.
Reaches like a voice into the rooms. So it is a calling. Means वो एक बुलावा है कि हमें वहाँ पे जाना है. It's a temptation for them that we are tempted to go out and leave this place of bondage. My head अभी भी पूरा तुम लोगों को नहीं समझ रहा होगा. I'll tell you from that woman's perspective after. अभी जितना समझ रहे हैं समझो. My head is full of whispers, which tomorrow will be silent. Means she is thinking. Okay, full of whispers means what are whispers? Soft sounds, right? So there are a lot of thoughts going on in her mind, which tomorrow will be silent. Why will it be silent tomorrow? Because by tomorrow they would have achieved what they wanted. Those trees would have moved out. Listen, the glass is breaking. So what is happening now? That glass which was restricting those branches is now breaking. The trees are stumbling forward into the night. Where are the trees going now? They are moving out. Winds rush to meet them, right? Because it's very nice and windy outside. Learn from this closed atmosphere, they are moving on to the open air. Winds rush to meet them. The moon is broken like a mirror. Its pieces flash now in the crown of the tallest oak. So this is an imagery that they have used. That the moon I told you is a feminine quality. So the moon is at the top of the tallest oak. The oak tree is a very strong tree and it's a tall tree. So एक और था इसमें that the moon is broken like a mirror, its pieces flash now. So if you imagine a tree, it's night. There is a tree, tall tree, and behind the tree is the moon. Okay, so you won't be able to see the moon completely. You'll be able to see parts of the moon क्योंकि वो tree के branches obstruct कर रहे हैं, right? So we are treating the broken pieces like gems like jewels in the crown of a king, like an achievement that is made by the women. Okay, for the other perspective I'll explain. So first is, now over there the trees के उधर ही लिखो extended metaphor for women. Extended metaphor for women. मेरा बुक क्यों है?
उसका ये मेरा है
So the trees extended metaphor for women and write down both can उधर ही कंटिन्यू करो. हाँ, extended metaphor for women लिखा ना, उसके आगे dash डालो and write both can renew and reproduce. Trees and women. I'll explain that and make it right. So first, the trees are moving out into the forest. So here metaphorically, trees is women. Where are they moving out?
Forest.
Into the forest. Forest is the world, right? So the women are moving out into the world. The forest that was empty all these days, empty of trees.
Women.
Trees are women, so it was empty of women. Why women were not there? Because they were kept restricted. Yes, because of the dominance of men, and they were kept restricted to the house only. So the forest that was empty all these days, where no bird could sit, no insect hide, no sun bury its feet in shadow. So this, if there are no women, okay, a woman also offers a lot of emotional security, things like that, right? Where no insect hide, no bird sit, no sun bury its feet in shadow. Okay, so here again, what do we mean to say? That the world did not get the benefits that it would have in the presence of women. The world was denied, okay, of those benefits that they would get even if women were there. The forest that was empty all these nights will be full of trees by morning. So means the world was. Which part? No sun. Now these three lines, no? These three lines over there, the insect, the sun, and the bird. Okay, these all tell you that the world did not get the benefits that the world was denied of the benefits. Okay, because there were no women. Hmm. The forest that was empty all these nights will be full of trees by morning. So it was devoid of, yes, the forest was empty, devoid of trees and devoid of women. All these nights will be full of trees by morning. Sit straight, back straight, boys. Okay, understood this part? Understood, clear? All night the roots work to disengage themselves from the cracks in the veranda floor. What does this mean? अब तुम लोग बोलो from the perspective of women क्या हो सकता है ये?
वो करते हैं
To
to get opportunity.
yes.
हाँ वही
नहीं, you say what you were saying.
नहीं आप लोग
हाँ?
अरे मतलब वो करते थे पकड़ के रखना
हाँ, domestic ties you can say, right? So they were stuck inside the house and तू एक इधर और बैठ जा ना उसको वो ऐसा हो जाएगा तो एक ही पोजीशन में बैठ. What are you saying?
to get beyond their limitations.
Yes, to get beyond their limitations, they have to work harder and harder. The leaves. Now tell me next meaning of this. From what you all understand, okay? The leaves strain towards the glass. ये तो हो गया, ये समझ गया. Okay, the metaphorical perspective. The leaves strain towards the glass. Small twigs stiff with exertion. Means
लाइक करके वो पकड़ के रखे उसको लेकिन वो जानवर
हाँ, they have been stuck.
जैसे इधर जैसे प्लांट्स और जैसे प्लांट्स को ग्लास पे रखा और वो कीपर ग्लास पे स्ट्रेन डालती है अच्छा वैसे वुमेन वो ग्लास को जो गाय
Yes. तो वो क्रीपर क्यों स्ट्रेन करता है उस ग्लास को क्योंकि उसको निकलना होता है, राइट? स्पेस चाहिए. So in the same way, the women are also now they have to take extra efforts. They have to strain themselves to come out of that barrier. So the leaves strain towards the glass. Small twigs stiff with exertion. Long cramped boughs shuffling under the roof. Like newly discharged patients. इसका मीनिंग क्या है? Women perspective, back straight, boys.
मतलब अभी
ये आंसर दे. रुक ना, I don't know ask. You answer. जो सिर नीचे करके बैठे हो ऐसे कैसे तुम लोग? Answer this. Small twigs stiff with exertion, long cramped boughs shuffling under the roof like newly discharged patients.
Like newly discharged patients वही आपने बोला ना जब हम discharge हो जाते हैं.
मैं women का perspective पूछ रही हूँ.
ये women के perspective जब women discharge हो जाती है. जब women को leader मिलता है.
ये होता है सिर नीचे करने. इसके लिए देखो पूछ रही हूँ. जाग जाएगा. हाँ. Women discharge होते हैं. Women are hospitalized.
तो वो बीमार नहीं हो सकती है. अरे पर प्रोग्राम में अलग दिया है.
तुम लोग ध्यान दो. नहीं तो कुछ भी अपना समझ के हिसाब से जाओगे. फिर बोलोगे वो उधर वो मैम ने हम लोग को ऐसा बोला.
हम ऐसा बोलेंगे नहीं कभी.
फिर क्या बोलोगे?
हाँ? हम टीचर पे नाम नहीं डालते कभी. वो नहीं ईमानदार है.
अच्छा. बोल रहा है डायरेक्ट इंस्टीट्यूशन का नाम डाल. No, listen carefully. Understand. So small twigs, long cramped boughs shuffling under the roof like newly discharged patients means those women are like newly discharged patients. Why patients?
freedom मिला ना.
Freedom नहीं था. बंद होके बैठे थे घर के अंदर. Like you are. Do you like staying in a hospital? You don't. For some days you like. हाँ बोल रहा है. After some time, you will find the sources. Okay, continue. Huh? Small twigs are again referring to women only. Maybe the women that are young who have not got that much exposure and now they are trying to get opportunities in their way. So those people. Like newly discharged patients, half-dazed. Half-dazed right down, unable to think or react properly. यहाँ पे it would be unable to think or react properly.
सब लिख रहे हैं लिखना मेरा ही ना लिखने दे
नहीं तुम्हारी बात
उसका वो क्या मेरे पास तो बुक ही नहीं हो रहा मैं लिख रहा
So half-dazed moving to the clinic doors because they are being discharged, so they have to move out through the door. Understood these two paragraphs? Any doubts, anybody? Long, write down over there. Cramped, you write down. Boughs to branches. Cramped, write down. Exerted. Exerted. PED. Boughs, branches. Shuffling, write down. Uneasy. Uneasy.
कौन सा वर्ड बोल ये shuffling
Okay? Which two lines you are saying? The leaf strain over. The leaf strain towards the glass. Long cramp twigs, small twigs stiff with exertion. So what are the women trying to do? They are straining themselves to move out. Okay? So we are saying the leaves strain towards the glass. Small twigs are branches. Ka chota version will be a twig. So those twigs, in terms of women who are young, who have so far not got opportunities, they are moving into a world of opportunities now. And they are stiff with exhaustion because they have been trying a lot to get their freedom, to get opportunities in life for a long time. Overnight to nahi hota hai na, so here the night that we are speaking about is not one night. That night is that entire phase when they are being restricted of their rights. Okay, next third para. I sit inside, doors open to the veranda, writing long letters in which I scarcely write down hardly. Scarcely is hardly. Mention the departure of the forest from the house. So, who's the I now? The poet, right? So she's saying, what is she doing? I'm sitting inside, doors open to the veranda, writing long letters. Long letters would be expressing her feelings, opinions. The door is open because now it's a time when they are going to move out. Okay, so writing long letters about her feelings, maybe some plans that they have made. Maybe she's a poet, so maybe she's expressing herself in the form of poems. So she's writing long letters, that is writing her feelings, in which I scarcely mention the departure of the forest from the house. Means?
Moving out of
Yes.
from the forest.
Why do I hardly mention the moving out of women from the house?
Freedom.
To gain their rights.
Yes, they are doing this to get their rights. Now, if they make an announcement, before they do it only, that those rights may be curtailed. So they have to do it in a little bit, in a subtle, in a secretive manner. Okay? So, in which I scarcely mention the departure of the forest from the house. The night is fresh. The whole moon shines. The night is fresh means what? Night, moon is a feminine quality. So which means women are now rejuvenated. opportunities. Rejuvenated, re-energized. Okay, rejuvenated बोलते हो उसको. REJEUVINATED. VI तू दूर बैठा था ना उससे बड़बड़.
तो वो कभी एक ही
NATED.
क्या मैम क्या अंडरलाइन करवाया?
अब तू बात कर. मैं
एक बार बताओ.
Okay. So this shows that women are rejuvenated. The night is fresh. The whole moon shines in a sky still open. Sky still open means
It's still peaceful
to get opportunities. Sky still open. As they have an open sky full of opportunities in front of them. कुछ doubt हो गया ना? अभी समझ रहे? Which part? Inner sky still open. Like when you say you want to take up a particular career, so you have a lot of options, no? You can do engineering, medicine, fashion designing, interior decoration, anything you can do. So you say that I have a sky open, a whole sky full of opportunities. Means I have a lot of options now. So here we are saying, in a sky open, okay, the night is fresh, the whole moon shines, in a sky still open. So the women are now moving out and they have a lot of opportunities in their way. अब तक उनको कोई opportunities नहीं मिल रहे थे ना घर पे रह के. But now they have a sky open full of opportunities. The smell of leaves and lichen. Okay, smell of leaves and lichen. Lichen क्या था? Was crusty. So imagine if you go to a place where there's a lot of greenery. How does it smell?
fresh.
It smells nice. It smells fresh. So the smell of leaves and lichen still reaches like a voice into the rooms. Means you are tempted to go out. That smell reaches like a voice. Means it's a calling. It's a calling means हाँ बुलावा जैसे कि ये हमें जाना है. हाँ वो हमें बुला रहे हैं कि हमें opportunities बुला रहे हैं.
like the women who had already went out from the marriage.
They hadn't yet, but they knew that there are a lot of opportunities. They knew their capabilities. ये लाइन समझा? There you write down, still reaches like a room के उधर लिख दो. Desperate desire for freedom. Desperate desire for freedom. Slash, it's a calling. It's calling nahi. It's a calling. Understood the meaning? No? There's a difference between it's calling and it's a calling. Means तुमको you want to do हाँ मतलब वो बुलावा. Like you want to do social service for example. तुमको दिल से वो करना है. So then means that field is a calling for you. You want to become a doctor. It's a calling for you because you want to do social service. तुम लोग बात करते हो फिर मेरी तरफ देखते हो जैसे कि कुछ बोला ही नहीं. क्यों गड़बड़ कर रहा है? क्यों बातें कर रहा है? उससे क्या पूछ रहा है? वो क्या सिखा रहा है?
नहीं वो क्या अंडरलाइन करने का था. बड़ा नींद आ रहा है ना इसके.
नींद आ रहा है. जा सो ना.
नहीं ना अभी क्या.
बाहर जा तेरे लिए.
नहीं सोना ही नहीं. अभी वो क्या कर रहा है.
Okay, understood till here?
What is the smell of leaves?
The smell of leaves and lichen. This what I told you. If you go to, I mean, you are telling in that metaphorical perspective. क्योंकि उसको मारता है. वो पूछना चाह रहा है उसको पूछने देना.
अरे उसके
लिए तो ध्यान नहीं दे रहा है. तेरे डाउट्स खुद के पास ही रख क्योंकि तेरे को पता भी नहीं मेरे डाउट्स क्या है. उसको तो पूछने दे. वो पूछ रहा है तो तेरे को प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है क्या? इसके बाद पूरा पोएम तेरे को पूछने वाली हूँ एक. देखते हैं.
gesture, but
हाँ.
I do the concept.
Yeah.
Whenever I do this,
Okay, so then, that smell of leaves and lichens means it's a good feeling, no, to go out in the open. So that smell, that feeling of opportunities coming to them is inviting to them for them. They are tempted and they want to go out. Okay. Next, my head is full of whispers, which tomorrow will be silent.
Whispering.
मेरा भी हेड का whisper भी बन जाएगा मेरा आवाज धीरे 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 whisper and silent. My head is full of whispers, which tomorrow will be silent. Write down whispers. Write down hushed voices. Hushed voices / thoughts. If you go now, you have to stay there. I don't want to get disturbed again. So either you wait, or if you're going, you stay. So ज़्यादा आइडिया देने की जरूरत नहीं है.
अरे हमने कुछ मैंने से कितना बोला नहीं 10 मिनट रुक जा.
My head is full of whispers, which tomorrow will be silent. So whispers is hushed voices / thoughts. Which tomorrow will be silent. Over there, silent, write down serenity. Serenity. Serenity means peacefulness. SERENITY.
और
Serenity.
हेड इज फुल ऑफ whispers का क्या?
तू रिपीट करो.
नहीं वो नहीं.
तू वैसे भी लिख नहीं रहा है ना.
मीनिंग नहीं.
थॉट्स ना
वुमेन के पर्सपेक्टिव से क्या था वो?
थॉट्स वही ना
Thoughts.
थॉट्स
Hushed voices, thoughts. Okay. Which tomorrow will be silent. Why tomorrow it will be silent? Freedom मिल जाएगा. Listen. The glass is breaking. Okay, there glass is breaking के उधर लिखो breaking orthodoxy. Breaking orthodoxy. Orthodoxy are old thoughts. Stereotypes. So here it is. Orthodoxy is basically your old-fashioned thoughts. So here they are breaking that, right? Because at that time they believed that women should not move out, and now they are creating a change there. Okay? Listen means listen to the change. The trees are stumbling forward. Stumbling, write down, slowly moving. Stumbling is slowly moving. So why are they stumbling and moving?
अभी मिला है ना उनको फ्रीडम.
हाँ?
उनको अभी फ्रीडम मिला है ना.
उनको अभी freedom. Correct. Yes, so it's going to take them time to get adjusted. So they are stumbling. Huh?
Kind of surprise.
Yes. Okay, like we did that, they are like patients moving out of the clinic to half year. So the trees are stumbling forward into the night. Winds rush to meet them. Now what are winds here? Very good. Opportunities. So winds rush to meet them. The moon is broken like a mirror. Okay, there mirror, write down symbol of self-reflection. What is a mirror? It shows you your own image. Symbol of self-reflection. Huh? So now, where is the moon?
Behind the top.
Behind the oak tree on the top. Right? So what is their own image now? Their image has, in their own eyes, has improved. They hold themselves high. Till that now, yes, they have a place in the world. They have achieved something. अब तक वो लोग कुछ नहीं कर पाए. The moon is broken like a mirror. Moon is again feminine quality, referring to women. Its pieces flash now in the crown of the tallest oak. Oak is a very strong tree. And down, write down this line. It appears as if the moon is in pieces and is sitting at the top of the tallest oak tree. And ये एक लाइन लिखो. The pieces of the glass, comma, that is, comma, the mirror, comma, look like diamonds in the crown, look like diamonds in the crown of the tallest oak. That's it. Okay? So they are like gems in the crown of the tallest oak, which means they have reached their heights. इसका टाइम ब्रेक को it was not speech statement. एक बार रिवाइज करते हैं after the break. क्या? सब पूरा. Somebody may specifically I want to ask because some were not paying attention. Some were.
Yes.
इसको punishment देंगे. इसको सबसे पहले punishment देंगे.
First paragraph. You explain the second bench corner. What's wrong? Explain.
First, second, third.
First stand up.
First, second, third.
First para explain.
Point पे आ गया रे तू.
बहुत जल्दी आया भाई.
5 minute बाद next class में आते हैं.
The trees inside are moving out into the forest. The forest that was empty all these days. Where no bird could sight. No sunlight, it stayed in shadow. The forest that was empty all this time was full of trees by morning. But the stanza of the poet is where the
बुक बंद कर. बुक बंद कर.
बंदी कर रहा हूँ बंदी. पहले
there is the empty of trees.
क्लोज.
रोज ही कर रहा हूँ.
चीटिंग नहीं चलेगा.
है कि नहीं वो भी देख रहा हूँ.
वो नहीं अभी जरूरत है देखने
होता है.
की.
रहता है बंद कर.
है कि नहीं देख रहा है.
हम अभी भी बोला होगा ये.
वही ना.
Word describes that there is the empty of trees because of the land darkness.
कौन सा चैनल है पहला? क्या बोला भाई?
चल तू कंटिन्यू कर. बुक एक काम कर, क्लासेस में आना बंद कर. बुक्स तो है ना तेरे पास, घर पे उससे ही पढ़. बुक बंद कर अभी.
पढ़ने ही भी लाइक मुझे.
सुनने भी ना मैंने क्या बोला. पढ़ा रे. एक्सप्लेन. बोल ना, वेट कर रही हूँ.
हम अगर बात के पर्सपेक्टिव से नहीं बताया तो चलेगा.
वो poets
बताना है दोनों पर्सपेक्टिव, ऐसे कैसे चलेगा? मैं नहीं बताती तो चलता। तो तुम तो स्टूडेंट हो, टीचर एक्सप्लेन करने के बाद स्टूडेंट को पूछ रही है तो वही एक्सपेक्टेड होगा ना।
आना भाई
पढ़ा क्या उसने?
तो विमेन कॉलेज से बात है। अरे मैं तो बता
कौन के विमेन फॉरेस्ट से बाहर
ये पूरा ट्रीज विमेन है तो उस हिसाब से तो वही हुआ।
बुलाती हूँ मेरे मम्मी पापा को।
अगर ट्रीज में होगा तो फॉरेस्ट में कुछ और होगा ना। अपने घर से तो वो बंदी हुई थी कि बाहर नहीं निकल पाएगी, तो अभी वो बाहर निकल रही है।
क्या हाँ बोल ना।
अभी भी हाई बोल रहे हैं।
मैम उसके ऊपर लिमिटेशन थी पहले, तो फिर वो अपने घर से बाहर नहीं निकल पा रही थी। फिर उसके बाद पोएट ने कहा कि
In English?
इंग्लिश के लेक्चर में इंग्लिश में So first the women were having some like limitation, so they were not allowed to go out of their houses. But afterward poet tell us that
Poet tell us.
poet tells us that
What poet tell us?
हाँ मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ।
first है भाई
Behind one of the girls explain. Anyone? Right now I can't see you.
The trees inside are moving out into the forest. The women in the house are moving outside to for the field. The forest that was empty all this days. The women were not in the bowl and
Yes.
was moved by the moon.
Correct.
Where no bird could sing, no insect can hide, no sun very speed in the shire, where the benefits are denied.
Yes.
The forest that was empty all these nights will be full of trees by morning. The forest which was the world which was empty of women will be full of women tomorrow.
Very good. Explain कर अभी उसने जो बोला वो बोल चल। देखते हैं उसने जो बोला वो सुन रहा था।
First line, like they were not allowed to move outside.
Allowed.
Allowed. फिर उसके बाद the forest that was empty all these days. सुनना चाहिए था यार वो सुनना चाहिए।
Go take your break.
मैं बताता हूँ मैं
लो ऐसे ही रहो।
अरे
Go.
भाई जल्दी कैसे आ रहे हो? अरे आगे
अभी हो गया, आप भी ध्यान देना।